finesse, speed, power. These are the words that describe the Los Angeles Lakers. In contrast, their opponents, the Boston Celtics, are a workmanlike team. They are determined to excel. Before Friday night, it was a confrontation, even at 2-2 and about to explode. For Friday's Game 5, both sides would be opposed by the stifling heat that was the Boston Garden. But from that inferno, Larry Bird would emerge. His 34 points and 17 rebounds wore out the Lakers. In a game of critical importance, the Celtics had emerged. And now they are but one victory away from an NBA championship. And they are starting to mock the magic that was the Los Angeles Lakers. So on a sunny Southern California afternoon, the Forum is our city. And the Los Angeles Lakers must win here or this season is history. And the Larry O'Brien Trophy is at stake here this afternoon. The Boston Celtics, proud possessors of 14 NBA championships, can win number 15 in the Los Angeles Forum. They lead this series 3-2, and in stark contrast, the grim, determined Los Angeles Lakers came out with a major problem. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is suffering from what has been described as his most severe migraine headache ever prior to the start of a game. At a pre-game practice session, Abdul-Jabbar was conspicuous by his absence. Pat Riley again stressing that they would have to get inside and help Kareem rebound here this afternoon. But the vital question is, how long can Kareem Abdul-Jabbar go in this game, and how much will he be suffering as it continues to unfold? So it is Game 6 of the NBA World Championship Series coming up live here from the Forum. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Brent Musburger, and welcome. And to get a quick update now on the condition of Kareem, let's go down to the floor and Pat O'Brien.
Thank you, Brent. The first thing is we just found out just maybe 10 seconds ago that Kareem does not have the migraine now, but earlier he did, and word spread like wildfire through the Forum among the fans that Kareem was sick. At that time, Kareem was on the trainer's table. He had an IV in him. He had been throwing up all morning. He had a severe migraine headache. And they had two doctors, including the Rams team doctor and the Lakers doctor, working on him. Now he is fine, we are told. Pat Riley seems calm, and he's going to start him. For how this might affect the game, let's go to the man who will call the game for us this afternoon, Dick Stockton. Dick?
Thank you, Pat. I'm here, of course, with my partner, Tom Heinsohn. And Kareem had a headache before game number 1. He did not have it when the game started, and he scored 32 points, Tommy. The only time that Kareem scored under double figures in the playoffs in his career, and a terrific career indeed, was 2 years ago when he played with a migraine headache. So the question is right now, Tom, what are the Lakers like with Kareem at this situation?
Well, Pat Riley feels that when he gets into the ball game, the concentration of playing the game usually makes it go away. If he has already shown indications it's gone away, I think it's going to prove very, very fruitful for the Lakers. They need Kareem at his best to beat the Boston Celtics. He has been their inspirational leader on the inside. Without him, they've got big problems.
Also, Pat Riley is concerned with Magic Johnson and the work that Dennis Johnson has done defensively on him.
Casey Jones in Game 4 has taken away Magic's passing game. Dennis Johnson right now has been doing just an absolutely fantastic job in taking the ball out of Magic's hands. Pat Riley is going to try and free up Magic's ball game.
So it's Kareem and Magic, the two big figures for the Lakers in their efforts to tie up the series and send it to a 7th game. Right now, I'm going to send it back upstairs to Brent. Brent?
All right, Dick, thank you. The Celtics just one victory away from winning the championship. For the Lakers, not only must they win here this afternoon, but they'd have to win a 7th game in Boston Tuesday night.
The NBA on CBS. Today's championship game is sponsored by Miller High Life. Welcome to Miller Time. Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Wagner, the right tool for painting.
We are back, and the Los Angeles Lakers are now being introduced to this standing room only crowd that will be here. James Worthy coming out. And here will come the big fella, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And the other guard, number 32, Urban Magic Johnson.
So Kevin Lockery is with me, and of course, Kevin, the major question is, what can the Lakers do to stop Larry Bird? He started to dominate.
Brent, the one thing they have to do to stop Larry Bird is go back to what they did in the first 3 games. Every time he touches the basketball, double team him. Don't let him beat you. Make someone else beat you. Let Dennis Johnson, Henderson, Maxwell, or Parrish beat you, but not Larry Bird. Double team him every time he touches it.
Easier said than done. About time for the tip-off. Let's go back down now to Dick and Tommy.
Thank you very much, Brent, and the starting lineups. And they remain the same throughout this series. And that means James Worthy again at forward and Michael Cooper at guard and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar starting at center. The officials, Jake O'Donnell and Jack Madden, will work the game, and Hugh Evans will be the alternate. And, of course, in the heat and steam of Boston Garden on Friday night, they needed the alternate official. Here's Kareem, ladies and gentlemen, who a lot of people feel in the Laker camp that the dehydration can affect you up to 36 hours. And perhaps a lot of the migraine problems, Tom, might still result from that steam heat at Boston Garden Friday night.
He sure was affected by the pace of the game and the heat on Friday night.
The tip controlled by the Lakers. Magic Johnson guarded by Dennis Johnson. That's been a big change for the Celtics. That's turned it around. James Worthy misses the first shot. And here come the Celtics for the first time with the ball. Gerald Henderson, number 43, playmaking guard. Dennis Johnson, who's found his scoring skills in the last 2 games with him. And Larry Bird passing to Parrish, who's fouled. Interestingly enough, Tom, in Larry Bird's tremendous performance and the fact that, of course, he is the heart and soul of the ball club, he only has 14 assists in the series so far, and he is the best passing forward in the game.
I think that's a tribute to Michael Cooper and his tenacious defense of trying to stay close to Larry Bird, but it's also had a telling effect on Michael Cooper underneath the basket. They're wearing him out.
There's Michael Cooper, who's going to have to play Bird a lot tougher, Pat Riley told us before the game. Personal foul was on Kareem, and Robert Parrish makes both free throws. Lakers always look to run, and Worthy goes to the hoop. And that was Kareem with a tip-in. Inside, Maxwell double team, and a 3-second violation called against the Boston Celtics. So the Lakers, who need the victory, and Casey Jones is looking for his first NBA championship as a head coach.
Little part of the Riley strategy.
The basket will count by Magic Johnson.
Very evident right now. Pat Riley said that he's going to let Michael Cooper bring the ball up a lot more to free up Magic Johnson. As soon as they got over half court, it went right back to Magic.
So Magic Johnson going to the hoop, and the foul is on Dennis Johnson. Magic Johnson, who has set all kinds of assist records this season and in postseason. He misses the free throw, and it's still 4-2 LA. Magic picking up Henderson. Bird coming out, shooting over Cooper. And that's one of the adjustments Pat Riley also said the Lakers have to make.
Get on Larry Bird. Try and take away his outside game. If possible, we may even see a matchup change in that department.
Cooper going into Kareem. He's got it. When Kareem gets the ball that deep low, forget it.
Robert Parrish letting him get that good low post position.
Here's Dennis Johnson hitting the outside shot. So Dennis Johnson, who has scored 22 points the last 2 games. And James Worthy, who's been a sensation throughout the series.
LA likes to control the pace of the game the first 6 minutes. If they can get it going quickly up the court, it's in their favor.
Johnson is fouled as he goes up with a shot, and right now you have to say the pace is in LA's favor.
Very much so. A couple of fast breaks and push-up quicks by the Lakers have the tempo of the game going right the way they want it.
So Magic Johnson with the first personal foul, and Dennis Johnson comes to the line. He has given Magic problems defensively, and as we said, 22 points in the last 2 games in this series. He has come alive truly.
I tell you, I like the way he's kept his cool after playing those 3 poor games at the beginning of the series.
That's poise. Ray Melchiori was working on Robert Parrish's eye momentarily, and Parrish seems to be all right. So here's Dennis Johnson, who's been in more postseason playoff games than anyone on the Celtic team, many of them with Seattle. Picking up on a switch, Henderson on Magic Johnson, and a steal by Henderson. Good switching by Boston. Henderson all the way in. And the Celtics lead it 9-8.
Nice way to start a fast break with a steal. That's usually an easy one.
Kareem working against Parrish, and an illegal defense called against the Boston Celtics. Let's watch that pickoff by Henderson again.
Here's Henderson jump switching out, and all of a sudden Magic gets by him, but he goes right back into the passing lane to Cooper and picks it off.
And we have a Boston foul following that illegal defense call. The first time it's a warning, the second time it's a technical, and Robert Parrish has chalked up his first personal foul.
And the Celtics are very fearful of him fouling out.
Michael Cooper hits the jump shot. Michael Cooper hit some timely jumpers in this series, plus his defensive work. Worthy has a big advantage on Henderson right now. And here's Dennis Johnson. Long rebound. And Robert Parrish trying to save it, and he does.
They're bringing Larry Bird out right now, trying to attract that inside game.
Maxwell going in against Rambis and gets the basket. Those two have gone at it. Sometimes Rambis has had the big edge in games. Other times it's been Maxwell. And the Celtics lead again as we go back and forth in the opening period. Rambis. And a block inside. And now traveling. Good defense by the Boston Celtics inside against Kurt Rambis.
One of the things to look for when Boston gets the ball is where Larry Bird is. Is he inside or outside? And that's going to tell where they're going to try and attack the Lakers.
And now Jack Madden has called an illegal defense call against the Lakers. So each team has been hit with one. As we said, the first time it's a warning. The second time it results in a technical foul. Team fouls are 2 apiece right now. And there's Kurt Rambis, who was called for the illegal defense. Team fouls 2 apiece. Parrish misses. Rambis clears. Magic looking down court. Henderson is on him now. Given the outside shot. And Magic Johnson gladly takes it. He scored only 10 points. In game number 5, he has 4 so far. Bird. Larry Bird gets his second basket of the ball game, and he had a whopping 34 points on Friday night. Nearly 4 minutes gone by, opening period. Worthy has Bird inside. They double team him, leaving Cooper open. And Cooper hits outside for the second time. And the Lakers lead by 2. At the other end, Parrish goes up. Rambis knocks it down, but into the hands of the Celtics. And Robert Parrish goes inside to tie the ball game up.
Pace has been furious here, Dick.
And these teams have had that furious pace in games past. Magic Johnson hits outside. So right now, teams are hitting outside and inside. And the Lakers in this close ball game lead by 2. Dennis Johnson hits from the baseline.
The more the guards of both teams hit outside, the more it's going to open up the inside game of both teams.
This is a pressure game, particularly for the Lakers, who are trailing 3-2. And Maxwell causes the steal. And here's Henderson. 2-on-1 Boston. Maxwell is pushed and knocked away by Worthy. And Maxwell doesn't like it. And now the Lakers are giving the Celtics a dose of their own medicine.
Well, I don't think it was the same caliber of hit as the one that McHale gave to Rambis. That was a direct push from behind into the supports. That's really a no-no.
Well, this wasn't exactly a feather push.
No, that's what I'm saying. And they claim they clotheslined Rambis, but watch this. Directly from behind, a push in the back. That is really the worst possible foul that you can give. I really, truly believe McHale was trying to hold Rambis up. And watch this from behind.
Now,
that's when you can really get hurt, when you're going accelerate the man's speed into the support.
Well, the Lakers have no choice in many ways today. They have to come out and play physical because that's how the Boston Celtics have turned this series around, and it started with their victory in Game 4.
Here's a little triple team on Jabbar that causes a bad pass to be stolen, and here we see Maxwell getting mugged from behind.
And Maxwell hits the free throw. Personal foul was on Worthy, his first, and the third team foul on the Lakers. This is the 6th game of the NBA World Championship Series. The Lakers, who had not trailed in the series, trail now 3-2. And on their home court, they're trying to force a 7th game Tuesday night in Boston. Kareem. And the Celtics' inside defense has been terrific so far. Worthy with a move. And Bird inside is fouled over the top as a loose ball foul is called on the Lakers.
We're going to look at this push from another angle. A nice laydown from behind, and there it is, directly from behind. Didn't try and catch him at all. At least McHale did try and catch him.
And so we have a timeout. It's 18-16 in favor of the Boston Celtics. Here's what's happening in Westchester. Scott Simpson, a 5-stroke victory over Mark O'Meara, David Graham, and Jay Haas. Simpson wins the Westchester, and of course we will have a report at halftime of our NBA broadcast. Simpson wins the Westchester. And here at the Forum in Inglewood, California, Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a severe migraine, the most severe migraine he's had in a series of them over the past years, is all right and started the game without the effects. And we have started the game in sizzling fashion, and both teams are shooting tremendously, inside and outside. Parrish hits.
Jabbar's been playing pretty well, headache or no. But not that time, as he gave Parrish a good position.
Celtics lead by 4. Maxwell and Parrish on him. Here's Worthy trying to get free. Defense well. Worthy was smothered by the Boston Celtics, who now with a 4-point lead and the ball with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first period. Maxwell inside and tipped away by Kareem. Kareem got a piece of it. Magic Johnson. And it's a 2-point game. Johnson has 8 points on 4 for 4 shooting from the field, so he's off to a good start. Henderson misses, and Rambis gets the rebound, and Henderson fouls it.
The Celtics, when they push the ball up the court, they're not really a good pull-up jump shooting ball club. They go for layups, and that time Henderson missed it.
Worthy outside. Bird is on Rambis. He's got the ball now low. And Kurt Rambis spins around. First points of the game for the so-called enforcer on the Lakers front line. They don't have a lot of beef and too many aggressive players inside, but Rambis is one of them. 5:25 remain first period. Dennis Johnson shooting over Worthy. And Dennis Johnson has 7 points to lead the Celtics, who are up by 2.
First 3 games, he was very, very hesitant to take that outside shot. Now he's uncorking them as soon as he gets the ball.
Magic in and out. Came close. Parrish clears to Henderson down the middle. It's a 4-on-3 for the Boston Celtics. And Maxwell had it tipped away. And it is still Boston ball.
You know, Boston is really running the Lakers. Here's a guy about to report into the ball game that's a key player for the Celtics. Last game he fouled out. It caused some problems for the Celtics.
He's set to come in, as is Bob McAdoo. Michael Cooper makes a move to the hoop, blocked by Maxwell. Here's Larry Bird. Shuffles to Johnson. Kareem is back. Johnson pulls up. And now we'll have a pushing foul as Larry Bird and Michael Cooper collided. And let's see which way Jake O'Donnell's going to call it. It'll be against the Lakers and Cooper.
That's the toughest job that Michael Cooper's had to face in a long time. Blocking out Larry Bird. He's much bigger, much stronger, much heavier, and it's starting to take its toll on Cooper.
So Kevin McHale has come into the ball game. And Bob McAdoo, who scored 18 points on Friday, his second best game of the series, but had problems at the free throw line. The Lakers are going to need his offense as Bird hits the first free throw. Kurt Rambis getting a breather. Maxwell went out for Boston. 2 for Larry Bird. 4:40 remaining, first period. McAdoo against Bird. And here's Worthy out of nowhere.
Lakers need lots more rebounding from James Worthy, just like he just produced.
He hasn't rebounded all that well in this series. Here's Henderson bombing away. Gerald Henderson hits from outside. He was 2 for 9 from the field, and when the Celtics get good outside shooting from their guards, that's going to loosen it up inside for the big boys. Cooper, right of the key, comes back, and Parrish gets the rebound. It's 25-22 Celtics, under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Boston victory gives them their 15th NBA World Championship. McHale been struggling from the field through most of the series. As Tommy mentioned, had foul trouble early in game number 5.
He played pretty well on limited action. Got a lot of points, 19.
He had 25 in game 1 as it's turned over off the fingertips of Bob McAdoo, and Mike McGee is coming into the ball game. He played the most of any game, 20 minutes, and scored 8 points as he replaces Michael Cooper. So McGee saw most of his action in game 5, and it looks like Pat Riley's going to play him a lot today.
Good defensive player, quick hands, and a strong rebound.
And a good shooter, too.
Yep, particularly in close to the basket.
Bird is away from the hoop, defends well. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Henderson gets some big boys going inside and hits the short jump shot. And the Boston Celtics now have opened up a 5-point lead, the biggest they've had. Winding down to 3 minutes to go in the first period. Nearly a steal by Parrish. Let's Worthy go in there. Kareem has a chance. 6 for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who on the court, Tommy, I would think does not show any effects of the problems before the game.
He's running up and down the court much easier than I thought he might.
Dennis Johnson, who likes to penetrate, not hit the outside shot, has had to alter his game. Henderson missed there, and Worthy gets that rebound. He is rebounding better. Mike McGee goes in, and he's called for the charge. So Mike McGee charges into Dennis Johnson.
He does that so much, taking the ball to the basket that hard that you can almost play him for the charge.
And a timeout called by the Celtics, who are leading by 3 with 2. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, migraine before the game, showing no effects of it at this point, Tom.
Yeah, little tricks on guarding the big guy. Watch Larry Bird just hook him that time, keep him away. Worthy swoops in, but Bird can't hold on to him long enough. And there he is. Boy, he's tough when he's in close to that basket. He goes up over everybody.
He did not have the migraine problem this year at all until this championship series. He had it before game 1, and he had it before a practice prior to game number 3. This was his most severe today. McHale missed. Bird keeps it alive for the Celtics with 2:16 remaining in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Forum for game number 6. Dennis Johnson is fouled going in, and that is towards the Lakers in the penalty. Johnson will go to the line. The Celtics have 3 team fouls. Foul is on McGee. That's his second. Number 1 draft pick out of the University of Michigan, where he was a prolific scorer, has languished on the bench until this year for the Lakers.
As Kevin Lockery pointed out, they're going to double team Bird an awful lot. Whenever he's out on the side, they're going to try to take the ball out of his hands. He's got to find the open man, but he's the best cutter, just like we're going to show right here. Goes to Bird, steps out, draws the double team. The rest of the Lakers defense really hasn't truly rotated to the open man. A little slow foot movement by the Lakers produces 2 free throws for Dennis. And
there were evidences in game number 5 with Quinn Buckner, of course, when they double teamed. The guards found the middle open. 29-24. The Celtics lead. Kareem, with less than 2 minutes to go in the period, is short with the hook shot. He really has not had that patented hook shot in sync most of this series. Loose ball. Maxwell winds up with it. McHale finds an open Danny Ainge, who's just come into the ball game. And Larry Bird is leaping, trying to keep with Kareem. And now the Lakers throwing the ball away. McAdoo couldn't handle the pass, and so on the turnover, the Celtics get it back again. Swen Nader gives Kareem a rest. Kareem has scored 6 points, and Nader has played very well coming off the bench with rebounding help for the Lakers in relief of Kareem in the series.
Well, he's a wide body, Swen Nader, and that's what perhaps the Lakers needed more of. More wide bodies against the Celtics inside game.
Dennis Johnson from the baseline misses, and a good position rebound by Bob McAdoo. Here's Magic Johnson. All the way. Foul. The basket will count. Magic Johnson with one of his forays, and there's no question that he is a different Magic Johnson this afternoon than he was Friday.
Well, they let Magic Johnson come down the middle of the court. They've been trying to keep pushing him to the side. When he's in the middle and taking it to the hoop, he's one of the all-time best.
5 of 6 from the field. He leads all scorers with 10 as Maxwell picks up the personal foul. 14 fouls on Boston with 1:12 remaining in the first period. Of course, the second foul within 2 minutes automatically puts you in the penalty. So the next foul against the Celtics, if they commit it, will send the Lakers to the line. 1 minute to go, first period. Danny Ainge. This is his second shot, but there's Maxwell to McHale. And that offensive rebounding skill of the Boston Celtics making impact right there.
And they have good inside passing when they do get the rebound, just like Maxwell showed you to McHale.
40 seconds. Magic Johnson misses. It'll be a Boston foul. And Larry Bird is hit with his first personal foul, and the Lakers will go to the line. 38 seconds remain in the first period, and Larry Bird does not agree with that call. Swen Nader will go to the line for the Lakers. Robert Parrish returns to the lineup for the Boston Celtics. Dennis Johnson goes out, so Maxwell, McHale, Parrish, and Bird join Danny Ainge in a big front line. What's the purpose for the Celtics?
It's going to move Bird in the back court right now, along with Danny Ainge, and they're going to have a real power pack lineup to bang on the board, the Celtics. So we're going to see maybe perhaps a little counter move by Pat Riley with a press. This is not the best ball handling team on the court right now for the Celtics.
Nader hits the free throws. 31-29, 38 seconds to go. And Danny Ainge, who has played well in 3 games, and they happen to be the games the Boston Celtics beat the Lakers. Maxwell, guarded by McAdoo.
That forces Magic to try and
inside. Parrish against Larry Bird.
Forces Magic to try and guard Larry Bird, so the Celtics trying to get Magic to play a little defense.
And now the Lakers playing for the last shot, try to come within 2 points. At the expiration mark of this first period, Johnson working against Ainge. In the corner, and a three-point attempt by McGee is no good. Here's Maxwell with 2 seconds to go. And the Lakers saved the basket. It was Mike McGee who prevented Maxwell from getting the basket, and he had time to do it. A big play by Mike McGee. He didn't foul him, and he prevented the 2 points. And after 1 period of play here at the Forum, it's Boston 33, Los Angeles.
Hustle is a turnaround play. Sometimes when I see a guy work that hard to stop a sure layup, the team says, hey, if he's working that hard, I'm going to do it myself.
So let's see how the Lakers respond as they trail starting the second period. The Lakers have shot 50% from the field, the Celtics 48. They have outshot the Celtics in every game with the exception of the last one, in which the Celtics shot over 50%. Kareem is on the bench as we start the second period, and it's Nader, McAdoo, Worthy, Magic Johnson, and Mike McGee for the Lakers. Ainge and Henderson in the backcourt for Boston. McHale, Parrish, and Maxwell up front. So Bird is on the bench for Boston. And we have a pushing foul called against the Lakers. And it's on James Worthy, his second personal foul.
Now they have untracked the inside game a little bit. They have room to make the passes inside. The doubles aren't developing as quickly as they had in the first 3 games.
Celtics did not stick with that big lineup, did they, the start of this period?
Not too long.
Parrish finds Ainge open. Ainge trying to drive. And it dropped for him. Danny Ainge. There's Larry Bird on the bench. The top scorers, Magic Johnson has 11 and Dennis Johnson has 9. So the 2 backcourt performers guarding each other are the high scorers so far. Larry Bird at 5. Kareem, 6. Nader. His best shot is that hook shot. There it is.
I think the Celtics will let him take that shot, and they may not spend a lot of time doubling Nader.
4-point lead for the Celtics. Lakers have led only once today so far. That was 8-6 early in the ball game. Otherwise, Boston has maintained the control. Johnson blocked by McHale, and here's Magic again. 13 points for Magic Johnson. So already he scored more than he scored in game number 5. And Danny Ainge wants a timeout. Interestingly enough, the Lakers out-rebounded the Celtics in the first period, and that could be a good sign for them, Tom.
Well, I think that Worthy really did the job in that department.
Well, the Boston Celtics have to try any way they can to slow up the Laker fast break.
Well, you got to bump people out on the wings. You watch McHale here just grab on, take Magic out of stride. That goes on all the time in the game, however.
The little tricks. And there's James Worthy, who's been such an offensive force. He is 2 for 7 from the field right now, but he has done some other things in this game.
Well, he's only got 2 rebounds in this first part of the ball game, but that's almost his total for the last ball game. They have needed him to rebound against the stronger Boston Celtic team. So if he can continue doing that job for the Lakers, it'll be a big job indeed.
Larry Bird is back in the game. A short rest for him. McHale goes out. Dennis Johnson is in there with Henderson in the backcourt. Michael Cooper's return for the Lakers. Gerald Henderson at the foul line hits the jump shot. And the Celtics have maintained a lead between 3 and about 5 points throughout most of this game. First minute and a half of action here, and McAdoo smacked Henderson following the whistle by Jack Madden. And a Boston foul on Cedric Maxwell, number 2 on Maxwell. So right now, team fouls show the Celtics with 1 and the Lakers also with 1. McGee, McAdoo, and an offensive foul called against LA.
Celtics have been trying to take away the outside shot of Bob McAdoo. They want to make him put it on the floor.
Kareem is coming back in the game, replacing Swen Nader for the Lakers. Kareem has scored 6 points in the ball game. Nader is out, and the foul was on Bob McAdoo. Just about 2 minutes gone by here in the second period at the Forum. Capacity crowd. See that the Lakers can come back and even this championship series of 3 apiece. Henderson over McGee. Kareem the rebound out to Jamal Wilkes, who's in the game. 3-on-2 fast break Los Angeles. Michael Cooper gets it. That's when the Lakers are devastating. The outlet pass and the rebound and the quickness down the court. 37-35. We have had 4 ties and 7 lead changes so far, but mostly it's been Boston in front. Henderson over McGee. Bird. And the basket will count. Larry Bird had knocked Michael Cooper away and just out-muscled him inside and has a chance for a 3-point play.
That's the toughest job Michael Cooper has to face. Here's Henderson's shot. He gets it up over McGee. But there's Bird angling inside. Cooper behind him. Never got a chance to block him out. They end up having to foul Bird. But the strength of Larry Bird is one of the big things that makes him a great player. He is very strong.
And he's guarded by a man who is not that strong. Cooper, who picked up his 2nd personal foul. The 3-point play opens the Celtic lead to 5. 9:20 to go as Wilkes, who's come in the ball game at forward, to Kareem. Kareem with a sky hook. Now, we had talked about what to do about Larry Bird, and they may have to get a bigger man on him. Traveling call against Henderson, turns it over to LA. Do you think the Lakers have to make a move yet on that?
I think they got to make a move on it.
Cooper. And Michael Cooper with 8 points now, hitting from the baseline. And the Celtic lead is 1 point now, 40-39. McAdoo over the top on Maxwell, commits this foul. 3rd team foul on Los Angeles here in the period. McHale is back in the ball game. Going out is Maxwell. Foul on McAdoo is 2nd.
Hey, I admire McAdoo. He's really been laying bodies on the bigger people of the Celtics. He's been really got my respect.
And an offensive foul the other way. It's on Dennis Johnson. Making Kevin McHale. McHale called for the offensive foul. The Lakers have turned the ball over, so the offensive rebounding and turnovers have been one of the big reasons why Boston won those early games.
Turnovers, anytime you don't get a shot, it hurts.
McAdoo facing the basket against McHale going in. Good defense inside by McHale and Parrish. And here comes Dennis Johnson, 4-on-2. And now traveling called against Henderson. And the Celtics had a golden chance on a fast break there.
Well, DJ had to wait till Henderson uncovered. Just a little bit too late on the pass.
8:10 remaining. We're in the first half. The Celtics 1 game away from their 15th NBA World Championship. But the Lakers are hanging in there, and Cooper gives the Lakers their first lead since early in the first period, but it doesn't last very long as McHale comes back with the basket. The pace quickens again. Bird is on Wilkes. Double team on Kareem. Tight double team. Here's Jamal. And a foul the other way.
It's a great play by Cooper, but watch what the Celts do on a push-up quick. And there's McHale leading the pack. When you get it going up the court quickly, it puts the pressure on the defense. Trailers pay off.
Mike McGee commits his 3rd personal foul and goes out, replaced by Kurt Rambis.
Magic Johnson replacing Mike McGee.
McAdoo with an ankle that he's testing over there, along with Jack Curran, the trainer. So Wilkes, Magic Johnson, Cooper, Kareem, and Rambis are in there for the Lakers, who trail by 1, 42-41. 7:25 remaining in the first half. Double team on Bird, leaving Johnson open. And Dennis Johnson has 11 points. He's the Celtics' high scorer.
Boy, he's been hitting that shot for the last couple of games. Wow.
Look for Kareem. Good position for Abdul-Jabbar. Out to Cooper. Good defense by Boston. And Rambis gets the layup. Kurt Rambis battling back. He's not pretty, but he gets the job done. Celtics by 1. Parrish takes too many steps. And so now the Celtics turn it over, and the Lakers will have a chance to take the lead once again. 6:50 remain in the first half. The tension is even evident this early in the game. Well, before the game, the concern was the migraines of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But right now, the Laker concern is Bob McAdoo, who has left the court, trailed by the Laker trainer Jack Curran, and they were working on his right ankle. So McAdoo right now is lost to the Lakers. And Kareem is in the ball game. He has scored 8 points thus far. How is the game going pace-wise, and can you detect one team really making the most of their play at this point?
I think Riley has uncovered the pace game again for the Lakers. The Lakers were playing with snowshoes on there up in Boston. They couldn't run at all.
Lakers can take the lead. Four seconds on the 24-second shot clock. Kareem arcs it, and Bird gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Jamal Wilkes off the top. That is the 15th foul on the Lakers, and so the Celtics will go to the other end and shoot 2 shots.
It's a tough blockout position for Jamal Wilkes. Bird is again stronger than him, and it's awfully difficult if you're trying to offensive rebound against Bird. He's so fundamentally sound, you have a difficult job getting around him. He blocks you out the way you're supposed to be.
He's had 38 rebounds, Tom, the last 2 games. 21 in the important 4th game that went in overtime, and 17 in game number 5. The only thing he hadn't been doing is shooting, and off the last game, Larry Bird has been shooting well, and he's perfect so far today.
Well, you've seen Larry Bird's total game. Some outside shooting in game 5 and lots of rebounding. Not quite as many passes, though.
He has 10 points now, 6 rebounds. Celtics 45, Lakers 43. 6:16 to go. Kareem. He really has not buried that skyhook effectively. We've said it many times, but it does loom as a story in this series. Celtics still have it.
Well, Bird had his outside shot. As the defense rushed at him, he thought he picked up Parrish, but it was nicked out of bounds.
James Worthy replaces Jamal Wilkes for Pat Riley's crew. Just about halfway through this second period. Celtics and Lakers have played 7 times for the NBA championship, and the Celtics have won them all. And this time, Michael Cooper was knocked to the deck by Robert Parrish, who has chalked up his second personal foul. Maxwell and Parrish have 2 fouls for Boston. Worthy, Cooper, and McAdoo have 2 for the Lakers, and McGee with 3.
That's a tough foul for a big guy to get.
Yes, you're right. Steal by Henderson. He anticipated it perfectly. And the turnover and the quickness of Henderson.
And we'll see Parrish, Bird setting the pick, and he runs into Michael Cooper. And that type of play is a tough one. Wow.
Now watch Henderson stealing the ball.
He just sits on everything when it comes around. It's coming out, and already he's making his move, and he knocked it away, and he's up by himself. I'll tell you, he's one of the best pressmen the Celtics have had for years, but you don't think of him as a good defensive man.
22nd timeout has been called for by Pat Riley. Want to remind you that should the Lakers even this series this afternoon, we will come down to the dramatic and decisive 7th game of the NBA World Championship Series, and it will be played Tuesday night in Boston Garden. We will be there live beginning at 9 o'clock Eastern time. And these two teams have battled so many times, as we've said in the past, and the Lakers need to win today and Tuesday to reverse what has been a 7-0 whitewashing by the Celtics in their collisions in the past. 5.5 minutes to go first half. Celtics by 5. Rambis coming out to Worthy. And no basket. They're going to call the foul on Los Angeles.
Loose ball foul number 31 for Rambis, second personal.
It is on Rambis, a loose ball foul. Well, the history shows us that 9 out of the 11 world championships of the past battles have been decided on the visiting team's court, which bodes well for Boston if you go by that.
I can remember losing one in the 7th game, but it was in an earlier round than the final.
Last year, Philadelphia won on this very floor, complete a 4-game sweep over the Lakers. The year before, the Lakers won it on their home floor.
Larry Bird is just the most fundamentally sound player I think I've seen play basketball in years.
Biggest lead of the ball game right now. The Celtics have run off a 10-2 spurt on the Lakers here with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Kareem at good position and is fouled. Let's see if that's on Parrish, because if it is, it'll be number 3. We'll wait.
It is.
So 3 fouls on Robert Parrish.
Watch Kareem fighting underneath the basket for the position. Parrish lets him post up real close to the basket, and he tried to back away, but he still had the body connected with Kareem. So a big situation now for Casey Jones.
Kareem misses the chance for a 3-point conversion. Parrish has 3 personal fouls, remains in the game. It's 50-45. Celtics by 5, under 5 minutes remaining, first half. Cooper is now playing the pass to Bird. Parrish misses outside, and here is Magic Johnson. Cooper to James Worthy, who gets the bucket, and the Lakers now have come within 3. Bird to McHale inside. Blocked by Kareem. The Celtics still have it. Henderson and McHale. Against Kareem. McHale's trying to get in there and draw a foul. Now Larry Bird has it, and the Celtics are playing volleyball off the glass. And now Jack Madden blows his whistle, and they may not have reset the 24-second clock.
Well, he said it didn't hit the backboard, but it had. So Jake O'Donnell corrected him.
Seconds on the 24-second clock now for the Celtics. And a 3-second violation. Let's see. No, a foul called against Boston. Cedric Maxwell comes in for Parrish.
It was a 3-second violation, I think, Dick. I said that Bird was in there too long setting the pick.
So Jake signaled 3 seconds, and who was the guilty party? And it was number 33. So no foul, a 3-second violation. Lakers down by 3. McHale knocks it away. Cooper in the corner. Brings the Lakers to within 1. 3:50 remaining in the first half. And the Lakers have run off 6 in a row. So we have a mini game of spurts going on between the two clubs.
Parrish is out of the ball game, Dick, and that puts McHale on Kareem.
And that's a matchup that favors the Lakers as Dennis Johnson hits outside, and there is no doubt in anyone's mind about Dennis Johnson getting that long-range shooting eye back.
You know, when you see him hit it so easy now, you wonder why he was hesitating in those first 3 games.
Well, he told us he doesn't like to take the 17 to 19-foot shot. He prefers the 12-footer, so it was an adjustment. Cooper to Kareem. And the skyhook fails Kareem again, but here's Worthy. And Worthy is fouled inside. Good second effort by James Worthy. And the foul is on Kevin McHale of Boston. So the Lakers asserting themselves on the offensive board.
Without Parrish blocking out with his big presence, McHale has to stay with Kareem, and they're all trying to out-rebound. Bird slipped in there. And there's Maxwell coming outside. They call a foul on Kevin McHale.
3 team fouls on the Celtics. And the personal is number 2 on McHale. Timeout with 3:03 remaining, and the timeout called by the been following Bob McAdoo. And for a report on what's going on with the Laker forward and center, here's Pat.
Thank you, Dick. Bob McAdoo in his last drive to the basket before he left the game felt something pull below his calf. It turned out to be right in here, an extremely painful injury to his right Achilles. They're calling it an extremely painful injury. It's an acute sprain. Dr. Robert Kurland says he will not come back in the game. Bad news for the Lakers. Back to you, Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much, Pat O'Brien. Good work. And, of course, the loss of Bob McAdoo is certainly going to affect the Lakers' size, rebounding, and scoring ability up front. Meanwhile, they have the ball now and a chance to move to within 1. And Kareem misses. Rambis, second effort. Good thing for the Lakers. Offensive rebounding so far, wouldn't you say, Tom?
I would say that Rambis on Bird on the boards gives Bird a tougher matchup. They need some wide bodies out there, I think, the Lakers.
Maxwell is free inside. Maxwell got away from his man. And the Celtics once again are up by 3. Watch the time, 2:35 and running, remaining in the first half.
No, that may not be such a hurtful injury to the Lakers. Rambis may end up playing more time, and I think he's just the type of player the Lakers need in this game.
Kareem gets the basket and the foul. And a technical foul called as well. Basket good. Kareem will go to the line, and a technical foul is called. Bird threw the ball up underneath the rim. About the only thing he's ever done as a player. He does everything else. He's called for a second personal foul. 4th team foul on the Celtics, and this is what Larry Bird does after
here's the technical up through the basket, and you're supposed to give the official the ball, and he didn't, obviously. That's an inverse layup.
So Kareem, the 3-point play and the technical foul. 4 points for the Lakers, and the Lakers have regained the lead, 55 to 54, as we near 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Bird is mad. You don't want to get him too mad. 14 for Larry Bird. He leads the Celtics. He's 4 for 4.
When he gets mad, he wants the ball.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to tear it out of his teammate's hand no matter where they were. Rambis and McHale bang inside. Dennis Johnson nearly a steal, and he got burned.
The Celtics are really getting burned on that pass back to the middle. They haven't learned yet in 6 games.
Well, no one has learned because the Lakers have done that every year Kareem has played the game. And a foul called against the Lakers. It's on Kurt Rambis. Let's see the pass again.
You see him going into Jabbar. There's the double team. The rest of the team just reacted too slowly. Magic heads to the hoop.
You talked about the value of people like Worthy and Rambis on the offensive boards. Well, Rambis now has 3 personal fouls. So Parrish and Rambis have 3 fouls, and Kurt's going to leave the ball game, replaced by Swen Nader. So what does the matchup mean now with Nader?
Here's one of those wide bodies I was talking about. This is a Twin Towers, and the Celtics have their smallest lineup in there now, so the offensive rebounding edge could swing to the Lakers.
Here's Nader, who's in his first NBA playoff, by the way, despite the fact that Swen has been around quite a while. This is his 11th year at 34 years of age. Magic Johnson into Kareem. The 2-man game. Magic and Kareem. And Magic Johnson has 17 points. He is the game-high scorer. The Lakers lead once more. 1:14 and running remaining in the half. Johnson misses, but the Celtics get it again. Now Jack Madden says it's Lakers ball. And Magic wants the ball. He doesn't want Jack to do any more pointing. He says, just give me the ball and let me go up court.
Well, I don't know what happened. I don't think he walked. What happened? He said he stepped out of bounds or something. I couldn't see.
I guess so. That'd be the only thing. Worthy pulls up. And here's Larry Bird leading Maxwell. Well, that was a good shot by Maxwell because I think he put that up under the basket.
That was a one-step catching up.
Lakers coming right back. Worthy in the corner. Misses again. But Nader is there, and now the foul called against the Lakers as Larry Bird is knocked into the post. Technical foul has also been called by Jack Madden. Nader committed the foul on Bird, and now the technical, and we'll find out who that is on. Boy, this game may not be as hot here on the court, but it's hot in a lot of other ways, and Nader has also been hit with a technical.
Well, when you get down to the 6th game of the series, and a team has a possibility of getting eliminated, there's a little tempers that fly in them, Dick. You can expect this game started off pretty physical. We saw Worthy push Maxwell. It's going to get more physical as it develops.
I'm sure Pat Riley thought that the Lakers, the way things were going in the beginning of the series, were going to have the 3-2 lead, if anyone, and would be the closest to that championship. But events have changed with the Celtics winning the last 2 games. So now the Lakers have the pressure to get back and force the 7th game.
You know, the other marvelous thing about Bird is the stamina that he has to do all the things he does. Rebounding takes more out of you than anything.
Bird has 17. Magic Johnson is 17. It figures, doesn't it? Those two. Nader. Kareem. The other twin tower. Misses. Worthy fights for the loose ball. And it comes down to Magic. And Magic Johnson trying to draw the foul is called for the offensive foul. And the Lakers and their fans are nothing short of enraged right now. Seconds to go, and a 20-second timeout called by Boston. Coming up at the half, Brent Musburger will have the latest sports news of the day. First, a look at Magic's charge.
Boy, and Henderson was in perfect position. That's a tough one to see by Jack Madden.
And the reaction as well by Pat Riley to that call. He doesn't believe that, says Pat. Anyway, Brent will have a live interview with Bill Walton, whose San Diego Clippers may or may not be L.A. bound. And remember those old sneakers he used to wear? Pat O'Brien tells us about the big bucks and the dirty dealings involved in sneaker wars NBA style. And our Kevin Lockery will be here to look ahead to the second half. All that and more coming up at the half. 15 seconds remaining in the first half. 63-59. The Celtics lead. Their biggest lead was 7. Lakers wrested the lead from Boston a couple of times by 1 point. Boston playing for the last shot. Henderson. 5 seconds. Hits. And the Lakers don't get a shot off. And the Boston Celtics end the first half with 7 straight points. And Pat Riley and the Lakers have to do some adjusting. K.C. Jones is 1 half away from his first world championship as a coach. We'll be back for him, where the Celtics leading 65-59. A couple of statistics to look at. Number 1, the rebounds. A surprise in a way, with the Lakers out rebounding the Celtics 24-20, including off the offensive board, but they paid for it this way, because on the free throw line, the Celtics have gone on the line 20 times and have hit 17. L.A. only 7 times. So the muscle game of L.A. has hurt him in some respects. Tom, the Lakers, though, are playing their pace, aren't they?
They're playing the game fast break style the way they want. The ball in the hand of Magic Johnson. They have been more physical in this ball game than in any of the other ball games, but they're not as nifty as the Celtics are in that department, and that's what produced that big free throw advantage for Boston.
Tom, with Bob McAdoo out of the game and he didn't score, A lot of the burden is on the shoulders of James Worthy. Now, coming into this ball game, he was shooting 67% from the field, but so far in the game, uncharacteristically for him, he is only 3 for 11. Could that be a problem for the Lakers?
They're going to need his scoring in this second half without McAdoo being in there, and I just think in his first half, he was just missing his shots. He got his shots, but he didn't make them. I think he'll untrack himself naturally.
The Celtics went into the dressing room having scored 7 in a row. What do you anticipate off the top of this third period?
Well, as far as Boston is concerned, they're pretty much playing their game. If I were Pat Riley, I'd try and throw something different at them to get the Celtics thinking right away. Maybe a press.
Okay. We have not seen the press yet from Pat Riley, but this is the kind of a game that you pull out all the stops. And why? Because it is Game 6 of the NBA World Championship, and the Lakers are trailing. The Celtics lead 3-2. It's a must-win. You have to say it today. A must-win for the Lakers, because if they don't do it, Boston's the champion, and they go home to celebrate. Leading scorers in the ball game, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They each have 17. Dennis Johnson has added 13 for Boston. Cooper and Kareem have 13 for the Lakers. And both teams have been shooting well, both over 50%. They go in now to Parrish. Henderson shooting over Magic Johnson hits, and Gerald Henderson makes it 9 in a row for the Boston Celtics. And their biggest lead of the ball game right now, 8 points. And the report from Pat O'Brien is that Kareem does not have a migraine problem. And he hits the hook shot that has been missing, and so the 37-year-old pro rises to the occasion, as he has done so many times in the past. This will be the time he does.
Well, he's a great competitor, and nothing's going to hold him down in a key game.
Parrish, though, makes the long-range shot, and Danny Ainge, like ML Carr, the chief cheerleaders off the Boston bench. 69-61, 8-point lead for the Celtics. They've come back in the series. At one time, they were routed by 33 points 1 week ago, and we're down 2-1, and too many people out of it. Kareem with missing. Rambis goes up, and he's fouled. So Kurt Rambis is fouled inside and will go to the line.
It's out of bounds off Henderson.
All right. Correct that. Kareem.
Oh, what a smart move by Jabbar to use that little pick by Michael Cooper to get his sky hook off.
No question that he's trying to get it off here in the third period. Henderson missing this time. Kareem the rebound. Kareem was 6 of 13 from the field in the first half. That's not his kind of percentage. He's over 50 most of the time. Worthy, who's got to get his scoring game going, goes right there. And it's 69-65, and the Lakers coming back a bit, trailing now by 4. Interestingly enough, Larry Bird took only 4 shots in the first period. He hit all 4 of them. He had most of his points from the free throw line.
But the game has slowed down the way Boston likes to play it. The pace isn't there for the Lakers as much as it was in the first half.
And Henderson gets free, cutting inside. Got away from Magic Johnson. Gerald Henderson quietly has 16 in the game. 6-point lead for Boston. Cooper, top of the key. He has really been an effective marksman outside in this series.
Both teams are starting to shoot the lights out from outside. What a great game.
Johnson into Maxwell. Throws the ball away. Lakers ball.
Timeout on the court.
And now a timeout is called. So a turnover gives the ball back to the Lakers, who are down by 4 points. So they've come back a bit after being down before the first half. Henderson. Quick passing. Celtics moving the ball nicely on the perimeter, and Dennis Johnson with 15 points. Worthy, turnaround off the glass. James Worthy comes back. He's in double figures.
You got to get him quickly up the court. The Lakers, he's running out there, and he's beating Maxwell down.
Nearly 8 minutes remain in this third period. The Boston Celtics looking for World Championship number 15. If they win this, they've got it. Steal. Cooper knocked it away, but Bird comes up with a loose ball. Henderson puts a nice fake on Worthy. And Gerald Henderson has 18 points now. He is 9 for 15 from the field, but he has hit the last few he has taken.
That 24-second clock was about to go off.
Magic Johnson looking to Kareem. Dennis Johnson helping Parrish. Kareem misses. Maxwell tears it away. And now the Celtics with a 6-point lead can match their biggest if they can hit here.
I think Kareem's getting a little tired right now.
Larry Bird, high arcer, but there's Parrish underneath. Bird brings it out. 10 on the shot clock. Worthy on Dennis Johnson. The middle is open. Now Maxwell fills it. 1 second on the shot clock, and Dennis Johnson throws it up off the side of the backboard just as the 24-second clock expires. Good defense by the Lakers. Magic Johnson. Kareem crashing the board. And he'll be called for the loose ball foul. Personal foul number 2 on Abdul-Jabbar. And Pat Riley wants to call a timeout. But Magic Johnson has 74 assists to break Walt Frazier's record for an NBA championship series. And with 6:59 remaining in the third period timeout, the Celtics lead. Abdul-Jabbar has 19 points in 25 minutes, but you've been watching him. What do you detect?
He's starting to have to run hard. Watch him, his head down as Parrish busted up the court. Now he tries to turn on the Jets, but I think he's getting very tired.
He's in the ball game, stays in there.
You know, Robert Parrish, we talk about Kareem losing weight and everything else in that last ball game. Parrish lost 12 pounds in that heat up at the Boston Garden.
And Larry Bird was dehydrated as well. So the heat affected both teams. It did affect the Lakers more, apparently. Magic Johnson guarding Bird. Tries a blind pass. And Henderson tips it in. And when your 6'2 playmaking guard can tip it in and has 20 points in the ball game, that's a good sign. And the Celtics lead by 8 with 6.5 minutes remaining, matching their biggest lead. Johnson. Cooper. Bird is on Johnson, who goes inside. Gets the ball in a new clock. And a steal by Bird. The Celtics are playing their pace now in the third period. Parrish. And now a 20-second timeout has been called by Pat Riley. The Lakers have lost the pace of this game, and the Boston Celtics playing half-court ball have opened up an 81-71 lead. 6:06 to go, and now this has to...
Great move on Magic. Magic gets him underneath the basket, makes him take a real difficult shot. Larry Bird hits one of those every once in a while, but watch the gutsy play of Henderson at 6'2", hanging in there with all the redwood trees. 2 points.
20 points for Gerald Henderson. He is the high scorer in the ball game. An unlikely source. He has averaged 11 in this series. And 5 rebounds for Henderson as well. Michael Cooper. Kareem fighting inside, and it's tipped in. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now with 21. He is the high scorer. And the Celtic lead now cut to 8. Lakers would have to get their running game going. When you're thinking there's a way to do it on the turnover. 4 on 3. Cooper slows it up into Rambis. Kareem did not even come to half court on this offensive foray by Boston or by LA. Celtics have it. 5:20 to go. Parrish is fouled by Kareem. And you're right. Robert Parrish can sense Kareem's fatigue and is going strong to the hoop.
Well, he's going to take it right at him, try and really put the rubber to him, make him run up and down, and he feels he can break loose from Kareem on the fast break. Here's the pass way over to Parrish. Kareem had already been back. He'd never gotten back on the fast break. He goes over and commits the foul, but Parrish hit the line.
Kareem now has 3 personal fouls to go along with his 21 points. And a need for a rest. And I think Pat Riley would like to give him one, but not when the team is down by 9 points. Wilkes is in the game. Wilkes and Worthy of the forwards. Magic going inside to penetrate. Short. Bird shuffles it to Johnson. It's a 3-on-1 fast break. Dennis Johnson, who's been red hot outside, now has 17 points in the game. And Pat Riley now has to think about making a move here. We have a Boston foul. When do you take Kareem out?
Well, I'll tell you right now he's going to get a break because Parrish just picked up his 4th and McHale is about to come in, I believe, and replace Robert Parrish. So it might be a good time to give Kareem arrest, except you want the advantage of Kareem in there. This is the time you really might want to take advantage of Kareem playing against a smaller player.
Byron Scott in the game for the first time, giving Magic Johnson a rest. So Byron Scott, a good shooter from outside, a fine poised rookie from Arizona State. Kareem working against McHale now. Henderson is pesky, gets a elbow in the jaw and gets his 6th rebound. 84-73. Boston by 9. Henderson is outside. I got to think that Pat Riley has to go with Kareem against McHale and see what he can pick up now.
You have to go strong, Kareem, right now. He's the guy that can get the shot. He's got the best advantage of any of the Lakers.
Steal by Cooper. To Wilkes. And Wilkes misses the layup, but a foul on McHale, number 3 on Kevin McHale.
And that was a real late whistle by Jake O'Donnell. I mean, the rebound was off and in Larry Bird's hands before the whistle blew.
Celtics with their biggest lead right now of 11 points, 84-73. 4:12 remaining in the period. We're in the third. Byron Scott. Pat Riley told us many times, I'm not afraid to call that young man's number with the game on the line. He's only a rookie, but he knows what he's doing.
He likes to take the big shots, Pat Riley says. He's got that tough mind that Riley admires.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Celtics by 9. Crisp passing by the Celtics, and Byron Scott caused the turnover and gets the basket at the other end. So Byron Scott has given the Lakers a lift here, and the lead is cut to 7.
There you go. That's Byron Scott really hustles, knocks it away. With Pat Riley, all those quick people and some quick hands for the press defense, the scramble's starting to pay off.
And a timeout called by the Celtics. For the Lakers so far is Byron Scott, who overcame cockiness and a lack of acceptance by his teammates when he first arrived. He's accepted now, and he could be a factor in bringing this Laker team back. Keep in mind they don't have Bob McAdoo, who has a strained Achilles and didn't score, went out in the first half, and is not returning. Maxwell one-on-one against James Worthy. And nearly a goaltend by Kareem, but he thought better of it. Here's Worthy at the other side. 6 in a row by the Lakers.
He's got super speed in the lineup right now, Pat Riley.
Missing inside Johnson. And here is that speed again. And now the ball traveling on Michael Cooper, as Gerald Henderson had good position and Cooper traveled with the ball.
Well, with this type of defense that the Lakers are playing, a little scramble, they get into passing lanes, and they're still quick enough to get back to their own man, plus the speed to get that fast break going.
Double team on Bird, leaving Henderson open. He's had a terrific ball game. Offensive rebound attempt by McHale failed. Here's Cooper going around Dennis Johnson to Worthy. Remain in the third period, and the Lakers are making a run. They have scored 8 straight points. This is an important game for the Lakers, because if they can overcome the Celtic lead, they will be a 7th game and deciding game of the NBA World Championship, which you'll see from Boston Garden live Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. The Lakers outplayed the Celtics in the first 4 games of the series and found themselves at 2-2 because they threw a couple away. And they would love to get to that one-game situation where throw it up and we'll see what happens.
This lineup that Pat Riley has just put in there has caused some problems for Casey Jones. It's packed with speed. And I'm sure in the huddle right now he's saying, listen, we got to get back quickly, and let's also take advantage of our size. Let's get the ball inside.
Jack Nicholson helping to lead the cheers. And he told us before the game that if there's a 7th game, he's going to make that trip to Boston. Jamal Wilkes, who last year was the 2nd leading scorer in the playoffs for the Lakers at just under 20 points a game. And don't think they don't miss what Jamal Wilkes has done as a really terrific player throughout his career.
I tell you, Wilkes has the spirit to play in these type of games, but I've been sitting here wondering if Jack Nicholson's going to bring that yellow sport jacket with him to Boston.
It matches the Laker uniforms. Danny Ainge is into the ball game, so the Celtics coming in with some quickness of their own. Less than 2.5 remaining in the 3rd period. Dennis Johnson. And Michael Cooper, the rebound and a loose ball foul against the Boston Celtics. And now Magic Johnson, who normally leads the team on the floor. And Pat Riley saying push it up. A 3-point lead for the Celtics, 84-81. And Bird picked up the 3rd personal foul on that loose ball play. Cooper looking inside. Bird knocks it away into Cooper's hands. Kareem. Wilkes. By LA, and they're back in it. Danny Ainge fires. That's off. LA ball. And Jake O'Donnell says they're going to throw that in from under the basket. Casey Jones, who's
this defense they've got right now, the Lakers has the Celtics taking real poor shots.
Quinn Buckner is in the ball game for the first time. Buckner and Ainge, the tandem in the backcourt for Boston. Cooper. And Ainge the rebound with 1:25 remaining in the 3rd period. 84-83 Boston. They had an 11-point lead, and the Lakers have run off 10 straight. Here's Bird against Wilkes. Open is Buckner. Blocked by Worthy. The Lakers with Worthy. Not this time, and Bird gets the rebound. Long pass, and Kareem tipped it away. One hustle by Abdul-Jabbar.
That's the type of play, Dick, that you know that Kareem is going to do. When it pressure's on, he works hard.
Under a minute to go in the 3rd period, and Cedric Maxwell is fouled going to the hoop. It is the 3rd team foul against Los Angeles, and now Michael Cooper, a bit upset, has to be cooled down, and Maxwell will go to the line. The foul is on James Worthy, his 3rd personal, and Maxwell will shoot. And keep in mind that Maxwell had a terrific free throw shooting game the other night.
But what has happened, he's the best man to go to on the inside right now. He can get a shot off, but the double teaming of the Lakers with their quick feet has forced the Celtics to have to make them from the outside with their poor outside shooters.
Maxwell was 9 for 9. Friday night, he is 4 for 6 right now. That is 85-83. You watch the time remaining in the 3rd. Cooper misses, and Danny Ainge starts the break for the Celtics. LA is back, and Buckner will slow it up. 16 on the shot clock. This is Game 6 of the NBA World Championship between the 2 glitter teams in the league right now. Ainge misses from the corner, and Buckner with 31 seconds. A difference of 9 on the shot clock to game clock. 13 on the 24-second clock, and McHale with a great pass from Larry Bird gives the Celtics a 4-point lead.
When he has the ball, everybody just stops and watches, and McHale just slipped in.
Lakers playing for the last shot. 8 seconds, trying to come within 2 points. Kareem, 3 seconds to go. They may not see the clock. Kareem puts it up. And we have a foul, I believe, and the foul occurred with 1 second remaining. And Kevin McHale has picked up his 4th personal foul. So Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale, the 2 men who play center, have 4 personals. And with 1 second to go, and actually the clock running out, no one is on the line. Kareem misses the first free throw.
The Celtics, without a real experienced backup man, is forced now to have Kevin McHale play Kareem more than they would want.
But Kareem misses 2 free throws, and that's the end of the third period. With the score, the Celtics 87, the Lakers 83 after their run, and we'll return to the Forum after this word from your local station.
The NBA on CBS. Today's championship game from Inglewood, California is sponsored by light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer and less. Firestone, offering Master Care car service. Firestone's master plan for better car care. And by Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products.
Going into the fourth period, if the Boston Celtics maintain their lead, they will be awarded the Larry O'Brien Trophy as NBA World Champions. And Pat Riley told us before the game, I don't want the Celtics coming into our house and celebrating.
Nobody likes to see that, Dick. They want to win at home, and these Lakers are perfectly capable of doing it.
The Lakers had the fast break going, as you can see, in the 10-2 edge in fast break points in the third. Byron Scott coming off a screen. In and out, and the loose ball won by Worthy. They have Wilkes, Worthy, Magic Johnson back in the ball game. Byron Scott and Kareem who keep staying in there. Boston foul starts it off here with about 33 seconds gone by. In this fourth period, Gerald Henderson, only his second personal foul, but the first team foul on Boston. 87-83 inside. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird collide, and they're going to jump it up. Well, the two of these great stars who fought it out for the NCAA championship when Larry Bird was at Indiana State and Magic at Michigan State will now jump it up here.
But the Lakers, with this small lineup, are starting to assert themselves on the offensive board.
Ainge trying to tip it. Boston will have it. And a 4-point lead. The Celtics led by 11, and the Lakers ran off 10 in a row. Maxwell. Henderson. McHale is playing up on the perimeter to bring Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out. Now he goes in to help. Offensive foul against Boston. It's on Henderson. He's picked up 2 so far in this period.
A little bit of defensive spurt by the Lakers has got the Celtics confused. They don't know quite who to go to and how to attack it.
Robert Parrish is going to be coming back in the ball game. Parrish with 4 fouls will be coming in. McHale is on the court playing with 4.
They'll try to isolate Worthy inside. They kept Kareem way out, so McHale couldn't play help defense.
Kareem with 21 leads the Lakers. Bird has 19, but Henderson has 20 for Boston. And James Worthy with 16 points. And on a turnover, the Lakers have it. Magic Johnson. Worthy, quick move. Lost it, but he lost it to a teammate. Here's Kareem. Short. Worthy over Bird. Clobbered by Ainge. And Danny Ainge almost loses his shirt in the process. And the officials quickly break it up.
I'll tell you, Worthy's popped up for this ball game. He went strong and hard to the boards that time.
James Worthy will be on the line. Let's pick this up again.
Here's Worthy coming in hard, and Danny Ainge gets in there and fouls him, and Worthy upset. And now there's McHale going to come into your picture momentarily, saying, hey, pal.
Worthy and McHale went at it, slapping. I'll tell you, Jake O'Donnell and Jack Madden have their hands full out there, but they have done a good job of keeping the calm with all the pressure and tension of the 6th game of the World Championship and so much riding on the line. Here is James Worthy. Remember we talked about how he was 3 for 11 from the field in the first half. Well, Worthy is 5 for 6 so far in the second half, so he has come through scoring-wise.
Well, you figure he's going to all the time.
And we have our 5th tie of the ball game at 87, and Kareem is getting a breather right now. Rambis is in there. A small team for the Lakers, but it's worked. Here's Dennis Johnson. Rambis the rebound. Dennis Johnson trying to bang Magic as he brings it up. The Lakers looking to take a lead. They have never had more than a one-point lead in this game. This is the fourth period, and so much riding on the line. Scott, short, and Bird knew it, but loses it to Byron Scott. And the Lakers will set it up. Magic to Rambis. Bodies hit the floor, and Boston comes back. Going to the hoop is Dennis Johnson, and it's going to be Celtics ball out of bounds. The action is nonstop, end to end, and the crowd loves it here at the Forum. And a timeout is called. A lot of time remaining, 9:26, but they're all knotted up at 87-8. The Boston Celtics have outscored, or have been outscored by the Lakers 14-3, and the Celtics, Tom, have only had one basket in the last 7.5 minutes, and that by Kevin McHale. So the Lakers have been running, they've been playing tough defense, and have their thing going right now. But with 9:26 to go, that ebb and flow should go and come a few times.
Well, Boston is going to go with their big people in hopes that they will be able to control the boards, but this defense is there again, picking one off.
Magic to Scott. Scott is the reason, I think, he has given him that spark off the bench, Tommy, don't you think?
He's a great shooter, and he also works very hard on the defense.
Byron Scott now is on Henderson, who has scored 20 points. Parrish turns around, and Wilkes gets the rebound. And the Lakers, who have their biggest lead, believe it or not, of 2 points right now, trying to add to it. Here's Jamal. Rebound, Rambis.
The Lakers can smell it.
18-3. And the Celtics continue to have trouble putting the ball in the basket, and they'll go to the line to shoot 2 right now. It's the Lakers' first team foul of the fourth period.
Here's Bird, who's just trying to inbound it, and look how nicely they get back. And it's a 4-on-1. That is terrific hustle defense.
And all of this without Kareem and without Bob McAdoo. So Kareem is getting valuable resting time on the bench right now. There he is. He has scored 21 points. Henderson also with 21. He has doubled his playoff average against the Lakers. But LA leads 91-89. McAdoo was injured, did not come back. Worthy, quick move inside, blocked by McHale, but they call the pushing foul first. If it's on McHale, it's number 5. And it is. And Kareem is coming back right now. This is a good substitution by the Lakers, and he'll come back at the next dead ball.
The last 8 minutes, big period for Kareem.
Steele, Johnson, one-on-one against Magic, and the foul way up near midcourt.
31 grabs 33 right
Maybe against Kurt Rambis, and it is number 4 on Kurt Rambis. Team fouls right now, 3 against the Lakers, 3 charged to Boston. And Abdul-Jabbar has come in the ball game, replacing James Worthy, who gets a rest. Worthy has scored 18 points and has really been an offensive force.
He came to play today. He just unfortunately had the poor shooting touch the first half, but he sure has opened it up here in the second half.
91-89, the Lakers, 8:15 to go in the fourth period. Dennis Johnson. Parrish gets a hand on it, and we'll have a foul. It'll be against the Lakers. It's loose ball, and it's their 4th team foul.
They are really battling Boston on the boards. Kareem, Rambis, Wilkes, all of them.
Kareem commits the foul, his 4th personal foul, and they've changed it to now 3 team fouls against the Lakers. The Lakers have 3.
Here they are, and Parrish steps inside, but Magic's in there. Kareem's behind him, Rambis. They're not going to give anything away easy inside, if possible.
4 minutes gone by in the fourth period. Celtics have led most of the game. Maxwell against Rambis. Draws the foul, and now Rambis has 5. So Maxwell, that punting veteran as he is, and he was the most valuable player in the playoffs the last time the Celtics won a world championship against Houston in '81, has forced Rambis to pick up his 5th foul.
That might be a big foul if he fouls out with McAdoo in that locker room, because they may have to go to Kupchak, who hasn't seen a lot of action, or Swen Nader at that power forward spot.
And Maxwell ties it up with under 8 minutes to go. There they are, Mitch Kupchak and Swen Nader. Both, one of them could be an important factor down the stretch. Magic Johnson doesn't break the tie. Henderson looking to see if he has a break. Lakers are back. He'll set it up. Bird comes out of a screen. And Byron Scott gets the rebound. Mac Johnson. And Magic has 19 now in the ball game. His first points this half. Lakers regain the lead.
Boston trying to bring Larry Bird outside so they can slip it back into Parrish or Maxwell. But you got to hit a couple outside shots first.
Here's Bird, gets by Wilkes. He's got it. Larry Bird with 21 points now. He and Kareem have 21. Henderson, of all people, is the game high scorer with 22. There's the clock. We're in the 4th period. For the Lakers, the season's on the line. For Boston, a chance to win another world title if they win this game. Scott in the corner for 3. Byron Scott, accepted by everyone now, gives the Lakers the lead. And Robert Parrish, a little out of his range, misses, and the foul is against Boston. And it's on Larry Bird, and Larry Bird has his 4th foul. Timeout. Dancing Barry strutting in the aisles here at the Forum. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn. And the Los Angeles Lakers, who have never beaten the Boston Celtics, or for that matter the Minneapolis Lakers before them in a World Championship Series. They've lost 7 times to the Boston Celtics, trying to reverse it, and they need to win today. And keep in mind, with 6:26 to go, that the Celtics have never lost a championship series that's gone 7 games. Shooting in the 4th period, Boston's ice cold, and LA continues to hold a rebounding edge over the Celtics. Bird tips it away. It's still Laker ball. Larry Bird, with 4 fouls, has 21 points in the ball game. Magic Johnson has 19. Here's Kareem, who had a severe migraine before the game. He's come back with 21 and has played a lot. Celtics down by 3, and we are now halfway through this 4th period.
Celtics' problem now is who do you go to so you can get away from that outside shot a little bit.
They're going to call a foul on Abdul-Jabbar, and that's 5. So now Pat Riley has a decision to make. And I think the decision he has to make with 5 fouls, well, I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth. What do you say?
Well, he's been pretty well rested, so you got to go with him. This is the point in the game where the Lakers could really bust it open. You can't let the Celtics climb back in, weather the storm, and get a couple of points up. So a real decision by Pat Riley to make it or not, to leave him in or take him out.
And he's leaving him in as Parrish misses a free throw. Pat Riley. Things were easier for him when he was a broadcaster for the Lakers, that's for sure, but he has a world championship ring, and he has led the Lakers to the championship round 3 straight years. Cooper. Guarded by Maxwell. Parrish knocks it away from Abdul-Jabbar, who's looking for a foul. It's 96-94. The Celtics looking to tie it up for the 8th time in the game. And you know they like nothing better than to foul out Abdul-Jabbar, but he's smart. Johnson off. Parrish up on top. Foul against Boston. And it's on Robert Parrish, and now Parrish has 5. So the subplot centers around the 2 big guys, the 2 7-footers, Parrish and Kareem.
Here we're going to see Parrish fighting Kareem for position. He gets in front, makes a good steal, But up the other end, he picks up his 5th. So Casey Jones has got a problem on his hands. And he doesn't nearly have the backup center that Pat Riley does.
Although Bob McAdoo, who can play center, of course, is out. They've got to go with someone else if Kareem fouls out. Worthy's going to come back in. Here's James, and then Kareem is on the line.
But McHale's got 5 for Boston. That's their normal backup guy. And in the pressure game, you don't want to put Greg Kite in it. An awful tough position to put him in.
A hand for Kurt Rambis as he leaves the game. He has 5 fouls and 8 points, but he has 8 big rebounds. Kareem misses it, and Cooper knocks it out to him, and a new clock for the Lakers, who lead 97-94. Their biggest lead was 4 points. Boston at one time had an 11-point lead before a sizzling Laker run. Kareem skies. Biggest lead for Los Angeles. Henderson comes right back with 2. And no, they call an offensive foul against Henderson. No basket. And the Celtics, Tom, have only scored 2 field goals in the last 12 minutes.
That was a big one for the Celtics to have taken away. A little charge call on Henderson.
So far, this has been one of the better championship series, but you can never judge one until you get to Game 6 and Game 7 if you have it. And right now, the pattern may be that we may be in for one of the memorable ones. Here's Kareem. 7-point lead for the Lakers, and they're pulling away with nearly 4.5 to go. How will Boston fight back?
Well, they're trying to get their inside game going with Kevin McHale, but great defense by the Lakers.
And the outlet pass and a foul on Henderson. No basket. Magic Johnson got it to Cooper, who is stopped by Henderson in a foul. And you know what? The Lakers show they want this one and want it bad.
Well, there's no question in my mind, Dick, that the Lakers are going to come out and play this thing as hard as they possibly could. The fact that Kareem weathered that headache is a big, big thing.
You could say that again. Teams have come back from a 3-2 deficit to win a world championship. Only 4. The Celtics did it twice, and no team since 1978. But if the Lakers maintain their lead, we will be at Boston Garden live 9 o'clock Eastern time Tuesday night for the deciding game of the NBA World Championship. And that man will be there as he was today in a dramatic story. The most severe of all the migraines that Kareem has had came back, responded, and has scored 26 points to lead everybody in scoring. Danny Ainge with some instruction coming in there now. The Celtics, meanwhile, Tom, have been held to only 2 field goals in the last 12.5 minutes, and that's unheard of with a team of that talent.
Well, Riley had to put Scott in the ball game, and that scramble defense certainly disrupted the rhythm of the Celtic offense.
9-point lead's the biggest with 4:15 to go. Defense, they're chanting, and that's what the Lakers have given them. In a big way. Bird. Basket counts and a foul. Larry Bird breaks the drought. The Celtics have been outscored 30-10 since they had their biggest lead of the game, 11 points, and now Larry Bird begins the comeback. And who else but Larry Bird would be part of it now?
They moved the ball very nicely that time to get a hoop. They've got to get something for their own minds to climb back into this game. Some way to score a couple of baskets. It's normally Larry Bird.
He scored 17 in the first half. He has only 7 in this second half. Under 4 minutes to play. 4th period. Byron Scott. He has been the real key for the Lakers off the bench. Kareem turnaround. Remember what Pat Riley told you? He says you can forget about a migraine if you have it once you get into the flow of the game. And keep in mind, Kareem did not have the migraine when the game started. He's in the flow, though.
He sure has been.
Bird is trapped. Harris. And Worthy the rebound. Out to Magic. He's got Cooper and Scott. Here's Byron Scott. And now McHale gets Boston running. Danny Ainge. Cooper shadowing him. Won't give him an inch. Dennis Johnson puts a fake on Worthy and banks it.
Oh, no!
But with just about 3 minutes to go, it's the Lakers again. And then Lakers know they're going to go back to Boston.
I think that was the clincher right there, Dick.
Ainge for three. And it's still Boston ball as Kareem loses it out of bounds. Kareem and Parrish, the two centers who have stayed in there with 5 personal fouls and will continue to stay in there. A 10-point lead for the Lakers with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. And another turnover. Another nail in the Celtic coffin for Game 6. Cooper going in. And the Lakers are making a statement to the Boston Celtics, Thomas.
We're back in it. You better be ready in Beantown.
2:16 to go. A LA foul. They're in the penalty, so Danny Ainge will go to the line and shoot. But the Boston bench tells you all you need to know about the 6th game. And it'll be played Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time in Boston Garden. We don't anticipate the same kind of steam heat, but it'll be hotter there than here. And I think the Lakers, after the experience of Friday, will make some changes in their preparation coming into that game and that scene.
Particularly without Bob McAdoo, who may not be able to play with a strained ligament.
And also the way they handle the heat at the Garden. So they've got a lot of things to think about. Danny Ainge with the show. Lakers won Game 1 at Boston Garden. The Celtics took Game 2 in overtime at home. And then a week ago, the 33-point rout by Pat Riley's team before the Celtics gamely fought back in overtime to win the 4th. And then Game 5 on Friday was Boston big.
I give Pat Riley a lot of credit. Came up with some real strategy in this ball game to shake that fast-breaking game loose just when they needed it.
Michael Cooper, 21 points. Magic Johnson, 21 points. James Worthy, 18. But Kareem with 28 points. And Dennis Johnson with a 3-pointer. And Dennis now with 20 or more for 3 straight games in this series. Under 2 minutes to play. 9-point lead for the Lakers. Worthy. And the Lakers have 4 players with 20 or more in this game. Bird feeding Parrish, who goes in for the easy layup. Larry Bird, the Celtic leading scorer with 24 and less than a minute and a half to go.
They have established that they can get the rebounds against this team, or at least create their own tempo by scramble defense.
And there was some head knocking early, and maybe the Lakers gave the Celtics a bit of a message early in the first half.
Well, I think Pat Riley's initial thought to go to speed was the answer, particularly on defense. He reserved that scramble defense for just the right time.
Under a minute. Lakers by 9. 30 points for Abdul-Jabbar. And I don't know how many people, after we found out that Kareem was sleeping and really ill in the dressing room before the game, expected Abdul-Jabbar to score 30. Here's Cooper, and now Scott. That's why you never know. And Byron Scott, his 11 points, going to be the points everyone's going to talk about.
Been my experience that the least expected player usually comes through in a tough ball game. Certainly nobody thought Scott was going to do it, but he certainly has provided it today.
And I remember Brent Musburger's comment before game number 5. He says, I think somebody will come out of the wings to play an important game here. Well, Brent only missed it by 1 because he might have been thinking of a guy like Byron Scott, who has scored 11 points and has played a terrific defensive game. As we told you earlier, the Boston Celtics have never lost a 7th and deciding game in a championship, and as you can see, the Lakers have never won one. We'll find out if that all changes or stays the same Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Down underneath, I had a feeling all along that this was going to be a classic. There's Already some signs of great strategy moves, some personal challenges by ball players like Dennis Johnson, Magic Johnson, and even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's been everything a series you'd want to have in it.
Point lead for the Lakers. Just using the time and adding to their lead. 8 seconds to go. We're going to go to Boston for Game 7. And who would have it any differently? As Larry Bird has his 28th point. It's over. Big victory for the Lakers. The Celtics are not surprised. Pat Riley's team is even. And it's going to be Casey and Riley, Parrish and Kareem, Magic and Larry Bird in the deciding game Tuesday night. And Abdul-Jabbar scored 30 points to lead all scorers. Larry Bird had 28. A dramatic victory by the Lakers.
Los Angeles Lakers have evened this NBA World Championship Series at 3 victories apiece, and they did it in dramatic fashion. The Boston Celtics ahead by 11 points, and then Pat Riley used the man who Kevin Lockery says should have been used all along, and that was the guard, Kevin, Byron Scott, and he ignited a furious rally.
Scott was great. He can shoot the outside shot. He will take the big outside shot. The Celtics have to respect him, and he really ignited the club. They could not have won without him today.
I must say that all series long and perhaps all playoffs long, everyone, and I think fans in both cities are included, have looked forward to a 7th game in this championship series. And now we're going to have it Tuesday night. The man of the hour is standing by with Pat O'Brien. Let's go to him.
Thank you, Brett. 30 points. You had a great game despite being ill before the game.
Yeah, I was having a problem with a migraine. But, you know, this is what we played the whole season for. I didn't want to miss it.
Pat Riley said before the game that he didn't want the Boston Celtics celebrating in your town. I guess you feel the same way.
Well, there's been a lot said about Celtic tradition and pride. They're not the only team with pride. We have a lot of proud guys and good athletes, and we just weren't playing well, and we figured that we had a little bit better to give, and we gave it today.
Can you characterize this series? It seems like this is going to go down in one of the great series, Kareem.
Well, yeah, there's been a whole lot of turns of fate here. So far, we played well enough to win. Played well enough to win 5 games, and we've only won 3. And those kind of things can disappoint you. But it's down to 1 game now. We'll see who's the best team.
Congratulations. See you in Boston. Let's go back to Brent.
All right, thank you very much. 1 game for a championship. Tuesday night in the Boston Garden. It'll be steaming hot again. And if you look forward to that game, you can now just envision that crowd that will be pressing around that old parquet floor. And I hope you'll be with us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Brent Musburger for Dick Stockton, Tom Heinsohn, Pat O'Brien, and Kevin Lockery saying so long from the Forum, where the Lakers have evened it. And now we'll be in Boston for the 7th and final game of the NBA Championship Series on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday night, it's Game 7. The Boston Garden. It'll be the Lakers and the Celtics for a World Championship. And we'll start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see everybody then. Tuesday night in Boston.